I've always been a storyteller. I have an innate and seemingly insatiable curiosity that drives me to not only explore the world around me, but to try to understand it and to uncover the things that await beneath the surface. And ultimately, to try to stitch together this narrative that is our collective experience. But it's not only that. I've always been driven by this question: if someone wrote a book about your life, would anybody read it? But to me, the more important question is, would anybody believe it? I grew up on a farm in the American Midwest, and it was in this quiet, isolated place that I cultivated an irresistible need for adventure. As a kid, I immersed myself in books and movies and video games, and it wasn't just admiration, but envy that I had for these characters and adventurers and heroes, and I wanted to have these experiences too, because I knew that these places and people are real. Otherwise, where did the stories come from? But as I traveled, I came to realize that for me, it's not about checking off sites or backpacking trips or bucket lists, but about bridging the gap between legends and histories and everyday experiences to show people that the world really is full of heroes and peril and adventure. But there are a lot of other things too. Things that are far away for some, but daily realities for others. Things like conflict, and loss, and despair, and death. But every story is worth telling. And as for me, I've surrounded myself with interesting people and places and sought out every new experience that I possibly could. I felt that these things have contributed to not only my character, but to my perception and understanding of the world. I'm not just a collector of experiences, though. I also seek out the knowledge to question the assumptions about what's around us and ultimately who we are. I guess, despite or perhaps in spite of my shortcomings and all of the ups and downs, there is one thing I cannot help, and that's to be who I am. My experience and education have not only shaped me into a passionate and driven writer or researcher or journalist or whatever it is I may be, but they've also granted me the abilities and the eagerness to master my craft in all of its forms. I've still got a lot of work ahead of me, but if there's one thing that motivates me, it's that I know we still have a lot to learn about ourselves, and it's incredible what we can discover if we just get out there.